Okay, good morning, guys. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching, doing the market preview and really just a coaching session before the market opens up today. Couple things I wanted to address. First of all, I'm going to plug my phone in so it doesn't die on me. Okay, so clearly I'm frustrated with the PA, right? The dips are hard to come by, and we can't get the key areas. So just kind of going through my checklist of things that are causing more difficulty. So before we get started, just quick disclaimer: past performance not indicative of future results. This is for educational purposes only. Right? Do not trade with capital you cannot afford to lose. I'm sharing my trade plan with you. Hopes it makes you a better trader. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay, so where I've been struggling, I guess this works. Now that we got this hammered out. Okay, so as you know, when it takes a little bit of time when you turn the dials just a little bit, and that's where I was having difficulty. So you'll see the stars back on. I'm going back to NQ just because it gives me an abundance of opportunities to get a good read. Okay, so let's start basically with sequencing is what I want to talk about. Okay, so if we'll look even last night, right? See when we're going up, there's, okay, so the concept of a verified bar is very important, right? So just look at the sequence as we go up and the things that fire off, okay? So I got long last night right here, okay? On that diamond. If you'll notice when you get a diamond in the hole, okay, on top. So when it's going down, so this is important. I'm going to actually draw it out. As we are going down, right, if I can get a diamond print as we're going down, and if in that sequence, so there's multiple sequences, right, so if in that sequence I get a diamond and then an immediate arrow up, that usually has very good odds of simply reversing and going the other way. Okay, so on the way down, I'm looking for the diamond to show up on top. Okay, now if we look at that area a little bit closer, right? So I'm just going to do I'm just doing a micro view of this, right? So as we are coming down, right, I have a blue arrow. So the blue arrows, if you look at your chart, I think everyone has the blue arrows at this point. What you will see consistently on the blue arrows, okay, is if I close back above it, a full bar back above, like this, the whole damn thing's above it, right? And it's a positive bar, it tends to push out, right? Additionally, when I get a bunch of red, right, speed bars, so see this speed bar in particular, so I'm going through everything that's in here as we're coming down into the slow, okay? This speed bar, when it gets a bar printed below, it is now verified. Okay, so what you have in here is you have a blue arrow with a purple arrow. Okay, you have a purple arrow that's unverified, but you have a red speed bar that is verified. Okay, so the whole purpose of this was to see how close I could get to the edge, because the smaller I can get the stop, the more leverage I can use, right? But the question is one of consistency and sequencing it. Sequencing sequencing how it works when it repeats over and over again, right? That's what we're really concerned about here. So as we come along, right, we're going to erase this. I'm going to think in my head, blue arrow. If I get above that, I have a good chance of pushing out, right? Purple arrow. If we get a bar close underneath, that becomes verified, right? I'm watching as it's coming down, right? So this bar down here never got verified, right? This bar did, right? This bar did, but notice it wasn't at the low, right? So the idea is the first focus is as we're coming into a low, even if it's a local low, like like over here. So see when we're coming down, this is a local low, right? So we got to go to the idea of, hey, we're going to take stops out, right? So right here at 2 in the morning, they took all these stops going back, right? The next choice, that was actually the only choice because it took both the Asia low completely out right there, right? So as we're coming in, it's a matter of understanding trade location and sequencing, right? So I've got blue arrow down, right? I had this blue arrow down and never got above it, right? This blue arrow down, see, as soon as I close above, it does push, right? So you got to remember, if you took the trade here in Asia, which is crap, but if you take the trade, actually I would have said it was this bar right here, pushes up, backside test, right, and then pushes out, right? But time frame's not exactly cordial to taking the trade, and the range was really narrow overall in Asia, right? So then we're coming into London Open, we get a blue arrow, right? Now, so then you're asking the next set of questions, right? The red speed bars coming down are really important, okay? So if I get a red speed bar that's verified, so go back to look to the left. These speed bars are verified. We never get a clean close above. This red bar never gets verified up here. So I'm looking for combinations of bars that are coming at the same time, right? So I know I had this blue bar, and I know almost certainly as soon as I close above that blue bar, I can go long almost every time with the stop right underneath, and I will have a high win rate, right? But I didn't have any verified red bars to all the way back over here. We can't get above, right? So if you'll notice in this sequence, right, we come down, we get a star, early Asia, right? Star, early Asia. We close above with a purple arrow. That's usually good enough for me to go. I would assume that I took a loss on this trade, is what I would assume, is I let it come, stop me out, and then I retook the exact same trade again right here, right? So, and as a matter of fact, I can tell you, I took this trade, right, and I let it stop me out. And the advantage I had here was the hurdle was much smaller to get above my last red stopped out verified speed bar, because once I get above this guy, right, see this up here? Complete bar closes above, backside test, and launches, right? So there's two things that you can do here that will help you out significantly, right? One way to do it is to go, no matter what I do, no matter how I'm going to trade this, all right, so I'm going to show you. So remember, all you need is one strategy to make a lot of money, right? So I'm going to come back over here. See, this is a fractal speed bar, and anywhere I get a fractal speed bar, if I can get above it or below it, I want to take it, right? But, there's a but. I have to assume it's going to get backside tested, right? And that backside test is valid as long as I don't get a point of control above this bar, a positive bar with a point of control above. Okay, but I can use that location for an entry, and then usually if I put my stop about 1 point behind, well, on NQ probably 3 points behind, but as long as I put my stop behind that bar, right, I use a 10-point stop, most of the time I'm going to be able to pull a trade in NQ, 1 point on ES, right? So now if we go to the other end of the spectrum, right, so when we were coming up here, I just had the speed bar fractal. Over here, I don't get the speed bar fractal, but I get the diamond, right? I get the speed bar. Now, if you're uber aggressive, you take it right there. If you want to wait till we get the clean close above, you can just put your limit back here. Again, same stop, right? 10 points. You get your RR. Now let's watch as we're going up, right? I know if I get underneath this bar, I'm probably sunk. It's probably a short, right? No diamond up into the top. Now I know if I get behind this bar, speed bar fractal, it's probably lower. Now see this diamond right here up into the hole? Right? See that right there? I usually want, so this one's all right, but I want it as close to the apex and to the left, right? So I'm going to draw a line underneath here. Just go bar by bar. So see how we have not gotten a close underneath, and now it's this one. So let's just wait. No close, and I mean I want the whole bar with the point of control underneath. Okay. This is my next area. Verified bar now, so if I get underneath this, Probably good to go too. Verified speed bar. Okay, so see how I'm just checking off as I'm going one by one. Right, and just checking off as we go through. So, and that's, wait a minute, let me get back over here. Okay, so nothing to do yet, right? Nothing to do yet. Now I'm going to put a line underneath there, like this. And I'm going to make sure that I get the complete bar underneath. If I don't get the complete bar underneath, I am not taking that short. Nope, nope, nope. Yes. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this bar. And now I have two choices. All right? I can put my whole position here and know that I need a stop probably over here, right, at that 77. Okay? Or I can put a limit at 11,768 1/4. Hope it gets hit, or I can wait patiently, and or I can do a hybrid of the two, right? Partial at the trigger, the other part back there. However, right? However, if I do not get a backside test, I will not get the trade, right? So let's watch how that goes. And you get paid straight off the bat on that one. I don't think it backside tests. It just falls away, right? As I'm coming down, red speed bar, not verified, right? No diamond on top, no blue diamond pointed. This is my last speed bar that I have to get above so far. Okay, these were never verified. I got a speed bar fractal off the low. It simply made a retrace and found the reversal. Oh, I take it back. Purple arrow, all right, right there. Verified bar. And that's where we are right now. And this was the complete close above. So if I was going to target a backside test. So remember, I'm trying to do this in the vacuum of not looking at the profile. So remember, I've been struggling the last couple of days because I can't get the market to pull back at all, right? Like the profile charts become kind of worthless because we can't get it to test areas. Not that the information and knowledge is good, just we can't get the backside test, right? So now I want to go through and I want to replay yesterday, and everyone saw me struggle, right? So let's go to where I was struggling. So remember, now we're going to play the game of I don't care where the market is, right? I'm just looking for my entry. So as we're coming up, right, we get a blue speed bar, right, fractal speed bar, and I want, so the modification to make sure that I'm cool, I want the entire, I'm going to put a thing, I don't want any part of this bar touching. I actually would like even a little space in between. And you might have taken it here, except you just pushed off the low, but either way, you might have taken it, and that's fine. Let's call this stop 1 if you shorted. I don't think we had the issue here, but let's call this stop 1, just for the sake of conversation, right? Now, remember, this red bar, speed bar right here, fractal speed bar, gets verified. So if we close underneath on a momentum basis, right? As soon as I get the full bar above, this bar right here, right? And I want y'all to notice something. Look when it comes across, right? They tried to hold that bar on the backside test. See that? And when they slipped underneath, that's what gave the resistance to roll down. Now, as we're going up, right, I get this green diamond speed bar right there, right? That bar becomes important to me. That bar gets verified by price close above. I'm going to put another line underneath. Okay. This bar right here, I'm drawing it out as clearly as I can. That is the trigger bar. This is the backside test. So again, you have to decide how you're going to handle using your leverage and which trade you're going to go for, right? And that is the roll to the downside. As we're making the roll to the downside, right? So I can already see I don't have a diamond in here, right? I'm going to erase all these lines, right? So this diamond doesn't count. I want the diamond to occur as we're falling into the hole, okay? Like on this side of the equation, okay? So I want to make that clear. I'm going to put a line there. If this is the apex, I want the diamond on the left side of the apex, okay? This is the apex. I want the diamond over here, not over here. Okay, it's not that it doesn't work on the other side sometimes, but it has a much higher win rate when it falls on the left side of the apex versus on the right side of the apex. Okay, this, as we're coming down, speed bar. This verifies the speed bar, right? So I'm going to come back over here, and I've got to decide, right? I've got to make a decision on location, so on and so forth. But I know if I get a complete positive bar above, a whole bar, no part of the bar is within this red bar. The whole damn thing is above. That's going to eliminate a lot of stops. I've been too aggressive on that entry. The whole damn thing has to be above. Okay? And now I know I've got two fractals. If I get a full bar above, it's going to push. Okay, so I'm trying to go as slowly as I can in showing the process, right? So now I'm coming down. I've got a diamond on the upside. So coming down, I want the white diamonds, and I want them on the left side of the apex, right? And going up, I want the green diamonds, right? This bar does not get verified. I don't know how important that is yet or not, okay? But either way, I don't get a full bar close above. Then I get a fractal speed bar. Full bar closes above. Right here. Again, a great deal of the time, what I would suggest is you go light on size on the bar that prints and full size on the backside test. Would be my suggestion. We will miss some, and if the market gets really fast, by the way, so I want to be clear, if the market's tempo picks up to very fast markets, let me mute that, you will have to go all in. You will have to go all in on the close above. It will not backside test in a fast market, particularly in NQ. Okay? So as it comes down, here's the complete close above. There's the backside test, so it goes 11,645 to 11,662. Most people would take that, right? As we come up, so I'm going to go right over here. There's the backside. This is the backside, second backside test of this bar. I'm drawing lines so everyone can see, right? Into that backside test, I do not get a star on the left side of the apex. This is my last verified bar. And again, even if you were using the backside test, you can wait to close above that verified speed bar. And so what this is doing is going from just giving us the arrows as verification to 3 different tools we can use to find the turn, right? Now, all you have to decide in your trading is which one you're better off with. Taking it on the backside test or taking it on the initiation. I'm aggressive. I'm going to take it on the initiation, right, and add on the backside test. Some people are going to go, I'm just going to backside test it, and they're going to be okay with that, right? So, as we're rolling along, so as we come down, we've got a blue, notice the blue bars over here? We know if we close above those blue bars, so it's a race, right? Because now we've come to a new low. I know already if I get a full bar above this, I probably want to be long. Diamond right into the apex, right? So this and my speed, so if I take the diamond, I know right now I'm going to have to bust this speed bar or get over this with a full bar in order to go higher, right? So what this is doing is even if I take the trade here, right? So if I get a backside test of the 11,630, I still know as of now I got to clear above that 11,643 to get it to pop. So I'm going, and this, by the way, is how you should be practicing in slow motion when you're going through each sequence, right? So we're going through. Now, that is a full bar. So look what we had. Here was the first full bar above with the diamond. That was the first full bar above. I'm going to put a line on it so you can see it. So my aggressive guys into the hole, right? You can take it there, plan on adding back over here. Okay? Now, this is the first bar that closes above. So I'm going to put a different box so we can see it. So now the backside test of that blue arrow, I would want it to hold. And I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm just going to look, right? And this is when I want y'all practicing. When I say, hey, practice your sequences, literally, just like in any sport or anything else you do, if you do it really slow when you start, and the more times you repeat the process, the easier it is to get into your brain. So when it's going full speed, you can catch it. So let's see what happens. So no backside test so far. And this is the last thing we need. We get a clean close above this bar, and we should lift. Okay. We haven't gotten it yet. Notice we don't have a full bar above. Not yet, because it's touching. See, I want it. There you go. You are now above, and not only should it lift, but now you have a blue speed bar fractal. If you close underneath, you just want to be out of the trade. Okay? And there goes the lift. So, that's about as slow as I can go through. I'm going to stop the recording there, right, so everyone can watch it. That gives us all our sequences, all our setups, in one 22-minute